Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 2010 Vauxhall Insignia VXR. Now this has 1016 horsepower, 851 pounds-feet of torque from a 7 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine, and the car itself now weighs 3,123 pounds. Came with all-wheel drive standard, and it still has it, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 2.596 seconds and 0 to 100 in 5.044 seconds. So yeah, having all-wheel drive standard is going to be a benefit to this because it means it's not dealing with something it never was meant for originally. A lot of cars that get their all-wheel drive systems added on sometimes struggle with understeer, so yeah, hopefully it's not going to have any of those issues. And yeah, it's got a reasonable amount of horsepower and torque, especially for a vehicle of this size that doesn't weigh all that much. So yeah, I'm hoping it'll be quick. But yeah, we've not had many Vauxhalls on this series before, and yeah, I'm kind of struggling to see how this will be well up there with them, considering it's got very little in the way of power in comparison to other vehicles. But yeah, let's get out there and see what it can do. So yeah, not the fastest accelerating car at these kind of speeds, unfortunately. But we're already well past 200 miles an hour. All-wheel drive system there providing all the grip. There's 230, 240. Slightly hit the guardrail there. There's 255, 258, 259 before we came to this corner. It's a pretty decent top speed for a car that barely has 1,000 horsepower, especially in comparison to the vehicles that have 1,500 horsepower or so. But it's that lack of power and lack of torque that's really making the journey to that top speed really rather long. But the all-wheel drive system is certainly helping in keeping the power and the speed in check. As you can see, it's not the quickest at these rates of speed in terms of gaining in more speed, should I say. Really could do with a little bit more power, to be honest. It's not to say it's slow, because it evidently isn't. I'm getting up to nearly 260 miles an hour, but the rate at which we get up to that kind of speed is really rather lacking. Just do not have the room to maneuver at times either, so yeah, a little bit disappointing in some regards, but then again not all that surprising considering the amount of power that we had to work with. But yeah, 259 miles an hour is still not half bad, especially for a car of this kind of power output. It would be interesting to see what this car is like in terms of other vehicles that have similar amounts of power, whether or not this is the quickest of the lot. But yeah, it's slower than the Pontiac Firebird that we had in the previous episode, while managing to match the Porsche 911 GT3. It's quicker than an Aston Martin DB10, Fiat Dino Coupe, Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe, Apollo Intenza Emozioni, Jaguar C-Type and the Ferrari GT4 Lusso. But it's slightly behind the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR, Ford GT40 Mark 1, Lamborghini Huracan Performante and the ATS GT. And in comparison to other Vauxhalls that we've had on this series, let's just find them. Yeah, the VX220 Turbo managed 267 miles an hour, so it's a good 8 miles an hour quicker than this. and the Monaro managed 270 miles an hour, so 11 miles an hour quicker than this. So yeah, it's the worst of the lot, but considering the lack of power that it has, it's no surprise that it's way down. But the handling is really rather good. The all-wheel drive system certainly helped keep the power in check and made it handle a lot better than it would have done otherwise. And yeah, it's still got a reasonable amount of top speed to it, just not quite as much as other vehicles, unfortunately. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.